I wonder what Andy Pandy's doing today. There he is, and Teddy too. They're both so busy dancing about that they haven't seen us. Hello, Andy. Andy Pandy, the children are here. Show us what you were playing with. Streamers. Aren't they pretty? Andy and Teddy have made up a dance with those streamers. Shall we have some music? And children, you could wave your hankies and pretend you have streamers like Andy and Teddy. Now then, you two, that's enough. Put the streamers away. What are we going to do today? Have you anything to show us? I'm sure you have, because I see Teddy's looking towards the garden. Off you go, both of you. We're coming too. Teddy, what a beautiful barrow. May we have a closer look? It's piled up full of things. Children, can you see? Bananas, apples, oranges, and grapes all on the barrow. Teddy's being a greengrocer. There are cauliflowers and cabbages and other vegetables too. May we buy something from your barrow? Please, Mr. Greengrocer? What shall we have? Some apples and oranges. And we'd better have some carrots and a cabbage. Will you put them in a bag, please? Thank you, Teddy. But we won't take them because they're only pretend fruits and vegetables, and you'll want to play with them again another day. That's right. Put the bag down. And now Teddy the greengrocer is trying to wheel the barrow along, but it's much too heavy for him. Never mind, Teddy. Leave it there. It looks very pretty. Let's play at something else. You think of something, and we'll try to guess what it is. Off you go. Look at Teddy. I wonder what he means. I can't think. Can you guess, children? Is it something you want to play, Teddy? Is it the marching song? Is it another song? Is it a rhyme? Anything to do with walking? And is it anything to do with a teddy bear? I know. It's walking round the garden like a teddy bear. Come along then, Teddy. Walking round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, jumping in the air. Again, Teddy. And children, you join in and jump when Teddy does. Walking round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, jumping in the air. Walking round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, jumping in the air. Now let's say it very quickly. As quickly as we can. Walking round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, jumping in the air. Walking round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, jumping in the air. Jumping in the air, jumping in the air. Oh, Teddy, do stop. We're all out of breath, and I'm sure you are too. Besides, I think I can hear something. Yes, there it is again. Must be Andy Pandy. Yes, it is, and he's riding a tricycle. Well, do stop a minute, Andy Pandy. We want to look at your tricycle. Is it new? I didn't know you could ride, Andy. Look, children, there's a big wheel in front and two smaller ones behind. And there are the handlebars. That's where the bell is. And there's a saddle, but you can't see much of that because Andy Pandy's sitting on it. And there's a sort of platform at the back. That was specially made for Andy Pandy. It's for carrying things. Ah, and here comes someone who would like a ride on it, although it's really meant for parcels. Keep still, Andy Pandy. Andy, keep still. Teddy's trying to get on. Up you get, Teddy. There they go. Oh, dear. Jump up, Teddy, and hold on tighter this time. And don't go too fast, Andy. Off again. They're doing fine. Oh, no, they're not. Never mind, Teddy. Let Andy Pandy ride alone. You can have a turn later on.
Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, 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 ting. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, ting. You can hear his bell ring. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, 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 ting. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, ting. You can hear his bell ring.
You are a good rider, Andy Pandy. Now let Teddy have another go. He's been waiting a long time. But he always falls off when you turn round, so just go backwards and forwards. And hold on really tight this time, Teddy.
Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, 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 ting. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, ting. You can hear his bell ring. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, 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 ting. Andy goes riding carefully, carefully, ting-a-ling, ting. You can hear his bell ring.
Off you get, Teddy. Let Andy go alone now. You run over there by the gate and watch while he does. We don't want you to get in his way, do we? Now Teddy's turn for another ride. Get on carefully. That's right. Teddy's standing this time, and now Andy is taking him for a long ride. So we'd better go and look for Looby Loo. There she is, and she has a little basket of flowers. Did you put all those flowers in the basket, Looby? And are you going to put them in water so that they'll last a long time? Oh, but don't go yet. We must sing something for the children first. Something about the garden Andy Pandy and Teddy play in.
Andy has a garden gay, la 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 la. Andy has a garden gay, la 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 la. Teddy has a garden gay, la 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 la. Teddy has a garden gay, la 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 la.
But you play in the garden too, don't you, Looby? When the others aren't looking. So it's your garden gay too, isn't it?
Looby has a garden gay, la 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 la. Looby has a garden gay, la 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 la. has a garden gay, la 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 la. Louie has a garden gay, la 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 la.
Let's have a good look at the garden. There are lots of flowers and some cockle shells round the big bed. Some tall plants all in a row. And there's that bell tree. You've seen that before. When you touch it, it tinkles. I wish I had one like that in my garden, but I don't believe there's another anywhere in the whole world. But there are a lot of things in this garden which are like the things in another garden, Mary's garden. She had cockle shells and silver bells. Oh, but listen, there's another kind of bell. Hurry, Louie-Lou, they're coming back. They mustn't see you. Well, she only just got away in time, for here's Teddy trying to ride the tricycle all by himself. But his legs are too short to reach the pedals. Give him a push, Andy Pandy. There he goes on his own. Oh, not too fast, Teddy. Oh, he stopped. It's rather hard to ride on the grass. It's nice and smooth on the stone path. Oh, he's stopped again. That's right, Andy Pandy. Give him a push. Oh, you're going into the wall? Oh, what a bump. As Teddy's just bumped into the wall, let's play musical bumps. Do you know the game, children? As soon as the music begins, you begin to dance, and when it stops, you sit down on the floor as quickly as you can. And then the one who sits down first is the one who wins. Do you know it?
Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do.
Teddy, the music stopped, so you must stop too. Andy Pandy sat down, so he won that time. Let's do it again. And I hope all you children are playing too. Andy Pandy, you go and tell Teddy what he has to do. He's listening very carefully. I think he knows now. Are you ready, both of you? Let's have the music again. Here we go.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and doesn't know what to do.
Bravo, Teddy. You won that time. And now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Andy. Goodbye, Teddy. Goodbye, children.
Time to stop play, just for today. Andy and Teddy must now go away. Time to stop play, just for today. Andy is waving goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men, flower pot men, flower pot men, Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men.
Once upon a time, there was a little house. And all round the house was a beautiful garden. And down at the bottom of the garden was a place where the man who worked in the garden left his things while he went into the house to have his dinner. One day, when he'd gone into the house to have his dinner, he left nothing at all behind him because it was so cold that he couldn't do any work out of doors. There was even some snow on the ground and icicles on the shed. But the flower pots were there as usual. 2 little ones, 2 middle-sized ones, and 2 great big ones. And there were even icicles hanging from the little weed. But she didn't mind at all. When she shook her head, they made the prettiest sound. The little weed looked all about her, and when she saw that everything was quiet, she knocked gently on the big flower pots. But the little flower pot men didn't want to come out of their warm beds, and they only just popped up and popped down again as fast as they could. Then the little weed knocked again. What she meant was, come out at once, you lazy little things. It's a bright sunny morning, and everything's sparkling like real diamonds. But still the little flower pot men didn't want to get up, and they popped out, one after the other, to say that it was much too cold.
Oh, doddle, waddle, goddle, oddle, oh. Oh, sheep-up, 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 oh. Oh, shop-up, 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 oh.
And they went on like this for quite a long time.
Oh, 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 oh. 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 Oh, oh.
They were just going to put themselves to bed again when they saw old Slowcoach.
Oh, slag-a-lag, moo. Slag-a-lag, oh.
He walked straight past them, nodding his old head. But he didn't stop. He went right into the shed. Well, thought the 2 flower pot men, wherever has he gone?
Oh, Wedleep Glop.
Oh, Wedleep Glop. Oh.
Then the little weed whispered to them. And what she said was, if you go into the shed, through the hole in the back, you will see something very pretty.
Oh, sorry, pleep-hop.
Oh, sorry, waddle, pleep-hop. Oh.
So they scrambled out of their flower pots and went into the shed. And they crawled through the hole in the back and came out into the wood. At first, they didn't notice anything different. But when they looked again, they saw that there were icicles hanging from the branches.
Oh.
Oh.
There were big icicles
Oh, bleep, iko-kiko.
Bleep-hop.
and little icicles
Dip-hop, iko-kiko.
Hip-hop.
and middle-sized ones.
Metal settle, iko-kiko.
Oh, metal settle. Oh.
They shone and sparkled in the sun, and while they were looking at them, in came old Slowcoach. He had found a part of the ground which was frozen because there'd been a puddle in it, and he just sat on the ice and slid up and down as fast. And before the flower pot man could say anything, he disappeared. Then Bill and Ben thought they'd try sliding on the ice too.
Lip, trap, slip up or lick.
Club up.
But it wasn't as easy as it looked, and down they fell.
Oh,
Oh,
cuddle, cuddle, oh.
oh, ship up, ship up. Oh.
Their feet slid away, and their hands slid away, and they fell over every time they tried to stand up. And they got very cold sitting on the ice.
Oh, cuddle, cuddle, oh.
Oh, toddle bottle cuddle. Oh, toddle bottle cuddle. Oh.
But they went on trying, and at last they found out how to slide properly. And they went up and down so well that it really looked as if they were skating.
Toddle-doddle-doddle-dum. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle-do.
Oh, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle-do.
Oh, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle.
Oh. Bum bum ba bum bum bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle-do.
Oh, bum ba bum bum bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle-do.
Oh, bum ba bum bum bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle-do.
Bum 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 bum.
Cuddle-doddle-doddle.
Oh.
After a time, old Slowcoach came back and wanted to slide some more.
Oh.
So one of the flower pot men jumped on his back,
Oh, oh. Hurry up, hurry up.
and away they went as fast as fast.
Oh. Oh.
The other one went on slidsliding.
Oh,
What a big icicle.
oh, Abe cuddle, Abe flip up, oh.
It was very cold and very slippery, but he thought it would be fun to try and climb right up to the top.
Oh, toddle, toddle. A glob, toddle, toddle, toddle. Oh.
And when the other flower pot man came back, he couldn't think where he'd gone.
Oh. Flopper pop mop. Oh, babu. Oh. Hot a bip. Oh, babu. Oh.
He'd been playing with icicles too. He'd broken one off and was carrying it in his hand. And he went over to where there were some beautiful icicles hanging and touched them.
Oh. Bum, bum. Oh.
Then he played a little tune.
Oh.
And he forgot all about the other flower pot men, when suddenly down he came.
Oh, Waterloo Club Shop.
And look, he was covered with icicles.
Klabberbick, iko.
Hicko, kicko. Oh.
And the other flower pot man began to play a tune on his friend. But now, see what happened. The ice began to melt in the warm sunshine, and everything began to drip.
Oh, lo, el toddle, flip, flip.
Toddle, plip, plip. Oh.
Bill and Ben were getting very wet.
Oh, we whip up.
Bip up.
So they ran into the shed and wrapped themselves up in 2 old pieces of sacking that were hanging up there. All this time, the little weed had been waiting, and she knew which of the flower pot men had climbed up the icicle. Now listen, because the little weed is going to ask a question.
Was it Bill or was it Ben? Climbed the icicle just then. Which of those two flower pot men? Was it Bill or was it Ben?
Do you know? You just listen again.
Was it Bill or was it Ben? Climbed the icicle just then. Which of those two flower pot men? Was it Bill or was it Ben?
Was it Bill or was it Ben?
It was Mip.
Yes, it was Bill. It was Bill. They were still wearing their sacks because although they were quite dry, they liked them so much they wouldn't take them off. But because they were still rather cold, they began to dance about to get warm. Now they were much warmer, and they danced all over the garden. They would have gone on playing, but they heard the little weed calling. She was telling them that the man who worked in the garden had finished his dinner and was coming down the garden path. They went back in such a hurry, one didn't look where he was going, and he jumped into the wrong flower pot. And although they both tried to settle down, there really wasn't room for the two of them.
Oh, Dob, Nob, Rob, Nob.
And he had to come out and get into his own flower pot after all.
Oh.
They still had their sacks on, and I expect they tucked themselves up in them to keep warm. They said goodbye to each other.
Oh, Bob, Bob.
Then they said goodbye to the little weed.
Oh, Bob, Bob, keep up, weep.
Keep up, weed.
The little weed stayed behind the flower pots and went fast asleep. And there they all were, lying quietly in the sunshine. But the man who worked in the garden didn't know that anything had happened at all. Nobody knew about the flower pot men. Only you saw them playing. And the little weed. And I think the little house knew something about it. Don't you?
Goodbye, Bill, goodbye, Ben. Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men. Goodbye, Bill, goodbye, Ben. Bill and Ben, Bill and Ben, flower pot men.
Here is a box, a musical box, wound up and ready to play. But this box can hide a secret inside. Can you guess what is in it today? It's Mickey Murphy, the baker. Hello, Mr. Murphy. Are you baking many cakes? Buns? Bread? Are you going to make a cake now? May we watch? Mr. Murphy is a master baker, pudding, pie and pastry maker, biscuits, buns or birthday cakes. Everything is marvellous that Murphy makes. He makes sure that his mixture is exactly right, not too thick and not too thin. Pours it into the cake tin and sees that his oven is hot enough. Hello, what's this? I've left a cake tin in the oven. Well, the oven's nice and hot. There, that's that. Now to make some apple tarts. I need some apples. Sugar. No, I don't need this.
Oh!
Poor Mr. Murphy. He didn't remember that the tin was hot. He's burned his hands. Oh dear, oh dear. Here's Mrs. Murphy. She looks at Mickey's hands. They're nasty burns. I'll bandage them up, then you must go over to Dr. Mop. There won't be any apple tarts made today. Here, at Pippin Fort, everybody is fighting fit. Fall in. Sergeant Major Grout takes his usual deep breath and orders, "Attention! Slope! Arms! Order! Arms! And now he makes his usual report to Captain Snort. The men are ready for inspection. The inspection begins. Captain Snort is a soldier man, scarlet and gold a soldier man. He'll work a boy as hard as he can to turn him into a soldier man. Captain Snort is a soldier man who lives in Pippin Fort. Private Higgins is the smartest boy on parade. He has the brightest buttons, smartest uniform, shiniest boots. Good. Well done, Higgins. Company, left, turn. Lumley. Right, turn. Lumley. Right, turn. About, turn. Left, turn. Lumley. What is to be done about Lumley? An urgent message for Captain Snort. Emergency. One soldier boy required to assist at Murphy's Bakery, able to drive van. Private Lumley, no swimming for you today. You will be dropped off at the bakery. Perhaps this will help you to tell your left from your right. Carry on, Sergeant Major. To the truck. Dismiss. Every Tuesday, after parade, the boys go to the swimming pool. It's their favourite sport. Poor Private Lumley. Driving along in in an army truck, in a humpety-bumpety army truck. Away to the pool, so deep, so cool, to swim and shout as we splash about. Oh, we are in luck, we will never be stuck in a humpety-bumpety army truck. Mrs. Murphy is very pleased to see Private Lumley. She tells him that there is nothing very difficult for him to do. All the baking is done. Special orders are on the left, and on the right are the cakes for sale to anyone who comes in. Here is a list of the prices. Now, I must be off. I promised that I would visit Mrs. Varley's old mother this afternoon. My husband is out dressing in the garden, but I'm sure that you'll be able to manage. Now, this is the left. No, this. No, I was right the first time. These are the special orders. And these can be sold in the shop. Oh dear, he's got it all wrong. Hello, a customer. Mrs. Honeyman. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that Mr. Murphy has hurt himself. I do hope it isn't donuts. But it's so easily done, you know, so easily done. No, meringues. I remember one Christmas I was baking a cake and... No, rock buns. Well, the oven was nice and hot and... Walnut cake. Walnut cake, that's what I'll have. Poor Lumley is trying to decide if the cake is on the left or the right. Is it a special order, or can it be sold to anyone? 5 shillings, please. Thank you very much. And off goes Mrs. Honeyman with baby and cake. She meets Peter Hazel, the postman. She is talking about the weather, the cost of meat, and Mr. Murphy's walnut cake. Good day, Mrs. Honeyman. And Peter crosses to the bakery. Walnut cake, eh? Well, a bit expensive, but yes, I think I will. Another customer for Private Lumley. Meanwhile, Mrs. Honeyman tells Mrs. Dingle at the post office all about her dripping taps, the church bazaar, and Mr. Murphy's walnut cakes. Another walnut cake bought. And another about to be bought. And another. And another. And it looks as if Dr. Mott will soon be visiting the bakery. Mrs. Honeyman never does things by halves. All the cakes on the left have gone. Lumley is very pleased with himself. He doesn't realise that he has sold every one of Farmer Bell's special order. Hello, Murphy's Bakery? Hello, Farmer Bell here. I've just phoned to remind you about my special order, 6 walnut cakes. I'm giving a party for my farm hands and I always give them walnut cake. It's their favourite and they come to expect it. I must have them by 4:30. Ah, yes, special order on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, Farmer Bell, they're all ready. I'll bring them straight over. But oh dear. Those boxes are on the right, not on the left. Lumley arrives at Colley's Mill. Here's Windy Miller. Lumley doesn't know the way to Bell's farm. Please, can Windy help him? Windy says yes. Carry on down the hill, and when you get to the crossing at the bottom, turn right. Then take the first on the left. Carry on down the hill. At the crossing, turn right. Then take the first on the left. But your hands are wrong, says Windy. You are mixing up the left and the right. Yes, it's true. Lumley cannot tell his left hand from his right. Which hand do you use to write with? Asks Windy. Ah, well, there you are. You write with your right hand. That's an easy way to remember it. You write with your right, and the one which is left is the left. Now, which is your right hand? Well done, says Windy. Now tell me, what are you taking to Farmer Bell? 6 walnut cakes for a party, says Lumley. Look. Chocolate cake, says Windy. Cream sponge, says Windy. Poor Lumley suddenly realizes what he has done. He has sold the special order to the shop customers, and there are no walnut cakes for Farmer Bell's party. What can he do? Come on, says Windy. I'll show you. This way. This is my cookhouse. Everything you need is here. Cake tins, flour, eggs, milk, sugar, walnuts, butter, and a hot oven. And if you're not sure how to make walnut cakes, it's in here. Page 64. Let me know if you're in trouble. Good luck. Lumley looks at the cookery book and the oven and everything else. Oh, well, there's only one thing to do. Have a try. Lumley has made his walnut cakes. They are in the van. Windy is riding with him just to make sure that he doesn't take the wrong turning. Hello, Windy. Hello, Lumley. Well done. You're right on time. Have you brought my cakes? Yes, Farmer Bell, here they are. Ah, yes. Beautiful. No one can make a walnut cake better than Mr. Murphy. Windy and Lumley look at each other, but they don't say anything. Perhaps Lumley's cakes will taste even better than Mr. Murphy's. Who knows? Thank you very much. Goodbye. Lumley thanks Windy for all his help, and then they head for home. Hello, Mr. Murphy. Are your hands better? Has Lumley told you what happened to Farmer Bell's walnut cakes? Was he pleased with the ones Lumley made? So you have a part-time helper now, do you? Do we know him? Of course, Private Lumley. He may not be much of a soldier, but he is obviously a born baker. You'll give him a good training, Mr. Murphy. Good luck to you both.
Peregrine the penguin? Why is he squeaking? He's bought some shoes. Now, what does Peregrine the penguin want with shoes? Oh, he thinks it makes him look more important. Oh, I think you'd better send him to me. We can't go on like this. We can't go squeaking through the afternoon like this. I wonder what made him buy shoes of all things. Oh, here he comes. Good afternoon, Mr. Peregrine Esquire. Yes, I see you have some very beautiful shoes there. Yes, I like the rosettes, don't you? But I'm not so keen about the squeaking. He says that's the best part of them. Is that why you bought them? Makes it more important to squeak, you see. Well, I don't know, Peregrine. A song about squeaking shoes? The things I get asked for. All right, let's try. How about this? I do like shoes that squeak, that squeak, that squeak. Although they may be leaky, I much prefer them squeaky. Far off down the street, they hear me squeak. Everyone turns to look at me, wondering what that noise can be. I'm so important, you'll agree with my shoes that squeak. Oh, whoever heard of a peregrine penguin with shoes? Well, we can't go on like this. Something will have to be done. Now, who knows something about shoes? I know. Muffin has a little friend staying with him from Czechoslovakia. His name is Kasparek, and he's a shoemaker. I shall ask him. Kasparek, come here a minute, will you? Hello. How are you? Say hello to everyone. Kasparek, have you heard Peregrine squeaking? What are we going to do about it? Oh, beeswax. Where do we get it? From Mr. B. I see. I wonder if he's outside the window. Just a minute. Mr. B, are you there? Oh, I wonder if you happen to have a little beeswax handy, have you? It's all right. Could we have a little, please? Oh, thank you very much. I think he's just coming, Kasparek. Oh, here he comes. Come along, Mr. B. Good afternoon. Very polite, isn't he? Oh, that is your beeswax? Is that for us? Oh, yes. Beeswax for shoes. Special. Thank you very much. Goodbye. My kind regards to the Queen. Goodbye, Mr. B. Yes. Now, I think you'd better send Mr. Peregrine Esquire to me, please, Kasparek. Now, the thing is, how to make Peregrine let me rub his shoes with beeswax. I know. I'll try and get him to go to sleep. I'll close the windows, make it all quiet. Oh, there he is. Oh, there you are, Peregrine. You know, I thought you were looking terribly tired just now. Oh, I did. I thought you were looking quite exhausted. Yes, you'll have to be careful. You've been walking about too much. No. Well, I think you ought to be careful just the same. Yes, I think you ought to lie down. I have a nice little rug here. Now, yes. What about that, Peregrine? And the cushion here, too. Yes. Now, I think I should just lie down and have a little nap, if I do. What's that for you? No? Oh. Well, perhaps as you're here, you'll just give me your opinion of a new song I'm writing. Lullaby. It goes like this, Peregrine. Good night. Close your eyes. Time to go to sleepy by. wide awake and rather annoyed, are you? Oh. He says it's a very silly, babyish song. Well, yes, it wasn't very good, was it, Peregrine? Let's try the song with new words. About you. Yes, how's this go? Good night, Peregrine, finest penguin ever seen. Good night, you're so wise. Close those piercing penguin eyes. Now, beeswax. Oh dear, I mustn't wake him. The other. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I wake you up, Mr. Peregrine? Yes, I was just admiring your beautiful shoes. Yes, they are. Nice, aren't they? They don't squeak anymore. Oh, how very strange, Peregrine. Oh, that is extraordinary. Walk about outside a little while. Perhaps they'll squeak in time, yes. That worked beautifully, didn't it? Kasparek, come here a minute. I want to tell you something. Do you know that beeswax worked wonderfully well? There wasn't a squeak out of Peregrine after it, was there? No. Oh, I tell you something. I'd rather like to hear you do that little song that you used to do in Czechoslovakia while you're here, wouldn't you? Yes, I wrote the English words. Do you remember? I'm Kasparek. Yes. It went like this. Let's try it. I am Kasparek. I'm a sturdy young Czech, and I come from Czechoslovakia. Yes, they all know me in my own country. I'm a star in Czechoslovakia. So I make my bow, and I don't know how I can tell you how nice I think you are. Nothing gave me a welcome. There was seldom such a welcome. I put my arms around his neck. He's a good friend of Kasparek. Isn't that a nice little dance? Bravo, Kasparek. Just go and see how Peregrine's getting on, will you? Here's Peter the pup in the usual hurry. What is it? Oh, Peter. He says he doesn't like it now Peregrine doesn't squeak anymore. Why don't you? He creeps up behind you and catches you out. Well, what were you doing? Rinsing a bone in Peregrine's bath water. Well, what can you expect, Peter? Well, now, be more careful in future. Yes. Go on, get away quickly. Rinsing a bone in bath water. Oh, Muffin. Oh, he's got the shoes. Muffin, Nico, however did you get them? Oh, Peregrine's having a bath. Oh, I see. Everybody's complaining because he creeps about and catches them out. You want them to squeak again, oh, Muffin, after all this trouble. Ask Mr. B. All right. Mr. B. I'm terribly sorry, but we want to make the shoes squeak again. Yes, he's rather annoyed. Yes. Put them on the window ledge in the sun and they'll start squeaking again. Upside down. There you are, Muffin. Oh, hello, Oswald the ostrich. Having a good time? That's right. Now then, I wonder how long it will take for those shoes to start squeaking, because Peregrine will finish his bath at any minute. What's that? Muffin? Well, I put the shoes out there and they're squeaking out there. Go and see what it is. Go. I can't understand it. Oh, look who's coming. Oswald. Why are you squeaking, Oswald? Oh, are you thinking what I'm thinking? They're gone. Oswald, you've eaten Peregrine's shoes. Oh, what am I going to do? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Oswald. No, it's nothing to laugh at. Go away and hide and don't let Peregrine hear you squeak, for goodness sake. What am I going to do about Peregrine? Oh, when he's coming. Oh, there's going to be such trouble. Hello, Peregrine. Had a nice bath? Yes, I know. Somebody's taken his shoes. Listen, Peregrine, I want to have a word with you about your feet. Just tell me, you have such exquisitely beautiful feet. Why do you bother to wear shoes? Wants to whisper. He says he's never seen his feet. I see. Of course, you can't see over your chest. Yes, I understand. Would you like me to describe them to you? Well, they're very beautiful. They're sort of greeny beige, Peregrine. Yes. They're slightly waved. Yes. They have 3 toes, and they are beautifully kept. Oh, very clean. Yes. Now, you know, if I were you, if I had feet like that, I should show them all the time. I should never wear shoes at all. Never. Oh, I shouldn't dream of wearing shoes. You can be very proud of those feet. Oh, very proud, Peregrine. Yes. Marvelous feet, I should call those. Oh, that's settled that. Now, Muffin, come here. I've settled Peregrine. Now, what about Oswald? Kasperek has given Oswald some beeswax to eat, so he doesn't squeak anymore. So all we have to do, Muffin, is to say goodbye, everyone, and give me a kiss. That's right. Goodbye till next time.
This is a story about the Wooden Tops. There was Mummy Wooden Top and the baby, and Daddy Wooden Top. Then there were Willie and Jenny the twins, and Mrs. Scrubbit, who comes to help Mummy Wooden Top, and Sam, who helps Daddy Wooden Top, and last of all, the very biggest spotty dog you ever did see. And they all lived together in a little house in the country. One beautiful evening after tea, when Baby Wooden Top was in bed, Daddy Wooden Top had just finished putting up some pretty lanterns because they were all going to have a party. He'd even pushed the piano out into the garden.
A party, we're going to have a party. It's going to be
Now, don't you get too excited.
a party, we're going to have a party. Oh, it's fun. Look at the fairy lights. Oh, aren't they pretty?
Oh, and look at the supper all laid out under the trees. I wish we could begin.
Oh, no, we must wait. Oh, look, here comes Mrs. Scrubbit. Doesn't she look nice?
Hello, Mrs. Scrubbit.
Hello, Jenny. Hello, Willie. My, what pretty lights.
Everybody's got to sing or dance or tell a story or hop on one leg.
Well, I don't know about singing, but I certainly can't hop on one leg.
Oh, I can.
So can I. Look, Mrs. Scrubbit.
Now, don't get so excited, you two. Sit down quietly until the party begins.
All right. Oh, just wait until you see Spotty.
You will be surprised.
Look, here he is.
Doesn't he look
beautiful.
He certainly does. What a lovely bow.
Mummy Woodentop's getting dressed. She said we had to look after you, Mrs. Scrubbit, until she came.
Oh, well, here she comes, and in her best dress and all.
Hello, Mrs. Scrubbit. How nice you look.
Thank you, ma'am. So do you, if I may say so.
But wait till you see Spotty. Yes, wait till you see
Oh,
Spotty.
Spotty Dog, what have they done to you?
He likes it, Mummy.
Well, he seems to.
Ah, isn't he sweet? He's like a waggy waggy. Oh, we're going to have a party.
Here comes Sam. Good evening, Sam. Come and sit down.
Good evening, Mummy Woodentop. Good evening, Mrs. Scrubbit.
When's Daddy Woodentop coming? I wish he'd hurry. What are we going to do, Mummy Woodentop? Yes, what are we going to do?
You're going to have your supper.
Ooh, how lovely. How lovely. Ooh, how nice. Ooh, pass me some. I like some there. Ooh, isn't it nice?
I don't suppose he'll be very long now.
Oh, look. Who's that? Who is it? Who is it?
There was a man called Uncle Sam, fa la 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 la. He liked butter and he liked jam, fa la 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 la. Little Jenny Woodentop's a nice little girl, fa la 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 la. But whatever she does, her hair won't curl, fa la 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 la. Young Willie Woodentop's a funny little man, fa la 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 la. He tries to help me all he can, fa la 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 la. Dear Mummy Woodentop's kind and good, fa la 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 la. She's cooked us all this lovely food, fa la 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 la. There's one more left, she says I'll rub it, fa la 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 la. Can you guess who it is?
It's Mrs. Scrubbit.
Fa la 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 la.
Oh, that was good. Daddy Woodentop, you do look funny all dressed up. We didn't know who it was at first.
Oh, well now, Mummy Woodentop, it's your turn next.
Oh, yes, play something, Mummy Woodentop.
What shall I play?
Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe.
Oh, it's evening. I think we ought to have Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, Jenny can sing that. Come along, Jenny.
All right, Mummy.
Are you ready?
Yes. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Oh, that was lovely, Jenny.
It's my turn now. Come on, Spotty. Will you play for us, Mummy Woodentop?
Oh, yes, Willie,
Come
of
along,
course.
Spotty. Show them what I've taught you. Show them what you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. La 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 la. Clever Spotty. Clever dog.
That was very good, Willie.
Oh, thank you, Mummy.
And I think you taught Spotty very well.
Thank you.
Now it's Mrs. Scrubbit's turn.
What are you going to do, Mrs. Scrubbit?
Well, I could tell you a story my granny used to tell me.
Oh, about when you were a little girl?
Yes, that's right. Well, I was very fond of my granny, and she taught me how to cook. Well, one day, she showed me how to make a gingerbread man. He had arms and legs and a big fat face with currants for eyes and a blob for a nose. And she told me that once she made a gingerbread man, she put him into the oven to cook, and when she thought he was done, she opened the oven door and out he popped. He jumped down and ran out of the door calling out, gingerbread man, try to catch me if you can. and away he went as fast as he could run.
Did your gingerbread man run away?
No, he didn't.
Did you have him for your tea?
No, he was as hard as a brick. I wasn't a very good cook then, you see.
What did you do with him?
Oh, I dressed him in a bit of old flannel, and he was my doll. He lasted quite a long time.
I wish you'd show us how to make a gingerbread man.
Perhaps I will one day.
Gingerbread man, try to catch me if you can. Let's have our funny race now.
Oh, yes, let's.
Off you go then.
Gingerbread man, try to catch me if you can. Gingerbread man.
And while the children had gone off to get ready for the funny race, Mrs. Scrubbit went into the house.
Oh, there you are. Come on,
But Mummy Woodentop heard a noise, and she called out, "Oh, look, Mrs. Scrubbit, look what's coming."
Oh, look at me. I'm a wheelbarrow.
Look at me, I'm a wheelbarrow too.
And we're going to have a wheelbarrow race.
Oh.
Steady there. Steady now.
Oh, come on, Jenny. Get round into the right place to start. Come on. Oh. Now, are you ready, Jenny? Oh, you're a nice pair of wheelbarrows. We can't have a race if the wheelbarrows keep falling over. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Look, this is where we start, and we have to go to the seat, turn round, and come back to the piano again.
Oh, that way.
Yes. Now, the wheelbarrow that gets there first is the winner. If everybody's ready, will you start us off, Mummy Woodentop?
All right. Ready, steady, go.
Come on, Jenny. Come on. Come on, just in front. Come on. Oh. Come on, Willie. Don't get behind. Now, Jenny. Now, get into the seat. Now turn round. There's a good girl. No, careful, careful. Oh, look at Willie. He's falling down. Come on. We're in front. We're going to win this time. Come on, Willie. Don't let her get ahead. Come on. Nearly there. Oh, that's it. We won. Well, we let Jenny win that time, didn't we?
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Come on, all of you. Let's have another race.
Oh, yes, let's.
Get into position. Come on, in the right place. Come on, Willie. Come on, there's a good boy. That's it. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Now, will you start us again, Mummy Woodentop?
Ready, steady, go.
Oh. Come on, Willie. We'll do it this time.
Yes, Daddy.
Come on, Jenny. Don't let him win. There we get to the seat. Round again. That's a good girl. Come on. Fast as you can. There, that's better. Come on. Come on, Willie. We're behind again. Come on. Jenny's falling down. Now's the time. Come on. Come on. Don't get tired. Just a bit more. There we are.
Oh, poor old Jenny.
There was no doubt about who won that race, Mummy Woodentop.
No doubt at all. Mummy Woodentop thought that if Jenny hadn't fallen over, she might have won again.
That was because you fell down, wasn't it?
And although there was a lot of laughing coming from inside the house, she thought the children were getting tired, and it would soon be time for them to go to bed. But Mrs. Scrubbit suddenly remembered something, and she called out,
Sam? Sam?
Oh, yes?
Are you ready yet?
Oh,
Are you ready, Sam?
hey. Did you call Mrs. Scrubbit?
Yes, Sam. It's your turn next. You can't get out of it, you know, Sam.
Oh.
You've got to do something.
Oh, well, let me think now. Well, I can't do anything.
Oh, you
Oh,
can't?
what are you going to do, Sam? Oh, what are you going to do?
Yes, what?
Well, I can't think of anything right at the
Oh,
moment.
yes, you can, Sam. You can stand on your hands.
Do
You
it,
know
Sam.
you can.
Do it.
Oh, all right. I'll stand aside. And mind I don't kick you. Now, just get my hands in the right place like this, and up we go. There.
Look at Sam. Isn't he clever? Doesn't he do it well?
Oh, do be careful. Don't you fall over now.
There.
Oh, he won't fall. He's much too clever. Oh, very good. Clever, Sam.
Oh, yeah, well, I've done my bit.
Oh, no. Do it again, Sam. And see how long you can stay up.
We'll count.
Yes.
All right, well, be careful. Mind I don't kick you. Up we go again.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, dear.
Oh, clever Sam. Oh, that was good.
Oh,
What shall we do now, Mummy Woodentop?
I think go to bed.
Oh, no, not
Oh, we aren't a bit sleepy yet, Mummy Woodentop. Really we aren't.
Could we stay up just a little bit longer, Mummy?
Yes.
Well,
Just a little bit.
just a few minutes then.
let's have a sing-song. All together. Just to end up with.
Oh, yes. What shall we sing, Daddy Woodentop?
Well, what about, One Man Went to Mow?
Oh, don't forget to say about the dog, Daddy Woodentop.
No, I won't. Are you ready, Mummy Woodentop?
Here we go.
One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow.
2 men went to mow a meadow.
2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. 3 men went to mow a meadow. 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow.
4 men went to mow a meadow.
4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Oh, that was nice.
And there we must leave them. Jenny and Willie have had their party. Now they're going to bed. And the grown-ups are going to have their supper. Goodbye, Woodentops. Until next time.